and welcome to Annie Jacks. Today I want to talk to you about a website that's been around for a little while, but it's a great resource. And for anyone who's in internet marketing, you're probably already familiar with it. Some of you business owners might be familiar with it, but maybe there's certain things I'm going to talk about you haven't really considered before. I want to talk to you about Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com has been around since 2010. And the way that they got their name is that all of the services that were offered on Fiverr.com back in the day were all just $5. So things are a little bit different now. Now people offer services for more money there, but they are still, in comparison to what you see out there, the prices are so good. And I think that you're going to really enjoy this website. I want to talk to you about 3 ways that you can make money online on Fiverr.com. So let's go ahead and get started. The first way that you can make money online is to realize that your time is valuable. And I don't know if you consider your time worth $20 an hour, $10 an hour, or you're not even going to touch this unless you can make $50 an hour out of it. Whatever value you put on your time is something you want to consider when using Fiverr. The reason being is say you've got one thing that you need done, and maybe it's because you just wrote a book, let's say, and you need to figure out how to get it uploaded on CreateSpace, or you need a Kindle version of that book. But it's going to take you 4 days to do the research to figure out how to do that yourself. You're going to have to Google, you're going to have to look at YouTube videos, you're going to have to practice, you're going to have questions, you're going to have problems. So you look at another YouTube video and you go online in forums, and it's going to take you 4 days to figure it out. Well, at $20 an hour, if you're at it 8 hours a day, that adds up pretty quick. When you can go on Fiverr.com and find somebody that can do it for you way less than that, perhaps maybe less than what you feel like your value is an hour, and go get that done. Go get it done. Now, if you want to learn how to do it so that you'll be able to do that for other people, or you're going to do it consistently and continuously, then by all means, I'm all about learning new things. I learn something new all the time. But consider that if you want to write your next book, or you want to do something else, or worry about promoting your next book, then by all means, go find somebody that can do the thing that you're having trouble with. Get a professional to do it for you at a super great price. So that's one way that you can consider Fiverr for, basically utilizing your time to a better, use. I am the queen of DIY, and I can't tell you how many times I have said, well, why should I pay somebody else to do something for me I can do myself? That's one of the stupidest things I've ever said, because when you see the prices on Fiverr, you're going to realize all that time that I just was stubborn and had to learn how to do something. I mean, seriously, consider Fiverr for that reason. The second, however many fingers, the second way you can make money on Fiverr is by being a seller on Fiverr. Maybe there's something that you specialize in that you already know how to do super great. Maybe you have a radio show and you want to have people pay you to come on and talk about their product. Maybe you have a voice like silk that would be awesome for radio, and maybe you've been told all the time, you have a great voice. Maybe you can utilize that voice and do 60-second spots for somebody, or maybe read someone's manuscript for like an audio book, or something else you can do with that amazing voice of yours. Maybe you have a super following on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, and you can be an influential marketer saying, I'll promote your book or your service on my site for X amount of dollars. Do you know how many people who want to go get that type of recognition on somebody's Facebook page or something that has a huge following, what they'd pay to have, a post on there about what they do or their service or their new product? I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people pay. So if you have a big following, you can utilize that to make extra income from Fiverr.com. Once I take you to that site, you're going to see all the different ways and things that you might be able to do to make extra income off of Fiverr.com. And when I say extra income, there are people that are making six figures on Fiverr.com by just really working it. So, I mean, this isn't kind of a thing that you can play with it and make a little money, or you can get serious about it and really make some good money on Fiverr if you really get that niche and figure out what people need and what people want, and maybe put a twist on it to where you're offering something different than the other sellers there. I mean, really, Google it. You can make a lot of money on Fiverr if you want to. And the third way, three fingers this time, the third way you can make money on Fiverr.com is something that's a little trickier. And I want you to know that you're going to need to do your research before you try this, but you can be a reseller with Fiverr. In other words, say you've got somebody on Fiverr you see is selling logos for $20 a pop, but businesses will buy logos for hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. And so you want to get that $20 logo artist to create a logo for the business you want to sell to. Or maybe you feel like you want to make it a no-brainer and sell $50 logos all day. You go pay the person on Fiverr what they want for the logo, have them create a logo like that, and then sell it to that business owner or that person that wants a logo for their packaging or box or stationery or business card. You can do that all day long. But I will caution you, you want to learn everything there is to know about logo making, because if you go, this is an example, whatever it is you might try to resell. For instance, if someone's just going to take that logo and put it on a business card or stationery or ad on, a website, that's a totally different animal than, say, if they want to blow it up for the logo they're going to use for their sign on their building. You blow a regular logo up that much and it's going to become pixelated and be horrible. They would need a vector graphic for that. If you don't know what a vector graphic is, you might need to learn about that, because if you want to, get the right logo to the right person, then you're going to have to know they need a vector graphic and go to Fiverr to find someone that will sell you a vector graphic. So no matter how big it's blown up, it's going to be fine and you're not going to get in trouble with your customer. Say, for instance, they need a transparency. And if you don't know what a transparency is, you better be finding out. Say you create something on Paint or Word, or somebody else on Fiverr creates something, and they crop it and they send it to you as a logo. You might like the way it looks. It might be great font. It might have a nice image, but they've got it on a white background. And if you send that to the person and all they can do is this wording and this picture on this white background, that might not be what they need. They might need a transparency, which means that those letters and that image is on a clear background so they can stick it on their packaging and that white background or whatever color background you use won't show. So you need to know what your customer needs before you can flip that $20 logo into something else. But if you know what you're doing, then you could be a reseller on Fiverr. Another thing you want to watch, just as you were going to watch if you were going to buy something on eBay or you were going to buy something on Amazon, you're going to look at the reviews. You're going to look at the how many stars something got and what the complaints were. You don't want to go on Fiverr and use a seller that is late, getting their gigs out and, delivering what they promised they were going to deliver on. You don't want somebody saying, well, this is really lousy and I mean, that was not what I expected. And you don't want to use that as the person you go to buy from to sell to somebody else. And if they promise you something in 3 days, you might want to give yourself a 5-day promise, to your customer so you have a little bit of cushion in there. So if something happens, you can have a little time to do something else. So, if you know what you're doing, and if you look at all of the angles and you're not just trying to flip this for that just to make a profit, you're going to have to understand what the person really needs, how they need to use it for, and sell it that way. What if somebody has done a great teaching and or gave a great speech somewhere, or gave some sort of public message, and it was an hour long, and they think, wow, I could use that in an article I want to write, or I could use that in a part of a book. I could use that for part of a book and edit what I said to this group. And they want to pay you to transcribe it for them. Well, Fiverr has somebody offering transcriptions for as little as $5. Well, you better know that that might be for 5 minutes instead of that full hour. So you need to say, okay, well, 5 times 12 is 60, so it's going to cost me $60. So I need to charge this person this amount, and they promised it in 5 days, but because it's a full hour, I might need a week. So you want to be mindful of exactly what your customer needs, so that when you're working on Fiverr to maybe resell something, you're going to find somebody that's going to, exactly what they're selling you, and you know what price they have, what their promise is, and oh, well, for this full hour, how much are you going to charge me? And price accordingly if you're going to resell from Fiverr. But you can do it. You can do it very successfully, but you need to know what you're doing, what you're selling, and all the ins and outs of it, or you can make some people angry and it can be a real problem. And the next business venture you set out to do, they might not be so kind to jump on board. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's actually go look on Fiverr. I'm going to have you look over my shoulder while we go see what Fiverr has to offer and the type of price points they have to offer. All right? Hang on, and we're going to jump right in there. Okay, so here we are on Fiverr.com. You'll see right up here, it says Fiverr.com, and that's Fiverr.com. And what you're going to see here is that there's all kinds of different things that you can look for. And for instance, let's go to the top. Under graphics and designs, you'll see logo designs, business cards and stationery, illustration, cartoons and caricatures, flyers and brochures, book and album covers, packaging design, web and mobile design, social media design, banner ads, Photoshop editing. You can see what all we have here. They even have some new categories: architecture and floor plans, 3D models, and product design. There's all of these different things that you can look at. And if you know how to do any of these things, then you can offer this as a seller on Fiverr. So digital marketing, we've got social media marketing. I can't tell you how many businesses are looking for social media directing because they don't know how to play on Twitter and Facebook and all of the other options out there, Instagram help and all that. There's SEO, which will help you get ranked better on your website, ranked higher, so that people are more likely to find it. Content marketing, articles, email marketing, video marketing. As you can see, there's tons here. Mobile advertising. Writing and translation, resumes and cover letters, proofreading and editing, translation, creative writing, business copywriting, research and summaries, you name it, and you're probably going to find it here. Video and animation, whiteboard and animated explainers. Those are really pretty hot right now, and they're interesting to watch, and people watch them usually from front to back, so that's cool. Intros and animated logos, promotional videos, editing and post-production. Maybe you've done the raw footage, but you need somebody to make it look good. Lyric and music videos, spokesperson videos, all kinds of things available this way. Music and audio, voiceovers, mixing and mastering, producers and composers, singer-songwriters, jingles and drops, sound effects, all kinds of things under that category. Programming, WordPress, website builders, web programming, e-commerce, you look at here and you see all kinds of cool things. Chat box, which is still really new, but just kind of getting its footing. Support and IT issues, all kinds of things here as well. Business category, we've got virtual assistants, market research, business plans, legal consulting, branding services, consulting and tips and all kinds of cool things here. And then they've got this section over here, which is really unique. It's fun and lifestyle. You can have online courses. They can show you how to do arts and crafts, or some people even sell their own arts and crafts here. Relationship advice. Then they get into some things like astrology and readings and all that kind of stuff. But there's gaming here, genealogy help, and there's neat things that you can buy. There's celebrity impersonators, collectibles, but you can actually find some interesting things here. Let's go to other, and let me give you an idea. Gonna click on other. I will model your product or merchandise. Basically, I've seen here, let's see, I will create an amazing recipe book for you, starting at $20. 105 people have used this at a 4.8 star rating here. I will send you a custom video from a tropical beach. People have actually paid for this. There's at least 5 people at $10 a pop. I will give 20 high-quality self-help ebooks and video guides for $10. Let's see. Somebody was offering like grains of sand from Israel on here for $5. I will formulate cosmetics that you want for $10. So there's all kinds of interesting things here in this unusual other category that you can do too. And if you're in this category and there's something you can't really fit in another category, then you might want to sell from this category. And they've got pages and pages and pages, and you can see, how many bought, what their ratings were, and you can say like you want to go look at something like this. I will be your personal accountability coach. There's no sales on this. This person probably just started here, but they say, we all like to set goals. Whoops. For ourselves to keep us motivated. And this person is probably just starting. 30-minute talk about your personal goals and the progress you've made on achieving them. So if you're interested in something like this, you can sell that for $10. So, there's all kinds of things. What have I used Fiverr for in the past? One time it took me forever to figure out how to get a book I wrote onto Kindle, because it's formatted differently. I've used Fiverr for that. I've used Fiverr for influencer marketing. Say, for instance, influence marketing here. Basically, you can talk to somebody who has a big following, and you can get them to let's see, verified Twitter, 1 million shout out. I will give you a shout out on my 1 million verified Twitter. $60. I haven't used that particular person's services, but those are the type of things. If you get the right person with the right placement for your product, you can get some pretty good advertising that way. Say, for instance, you want to get on, you want to get email marketing done, and you don't have any a following yet for email with email names. Maybe you can buy email lists on here. Sometimes you can get on somebody's radio broadcast or whatever. There's all kinds of things you can do here. But anyway, just to give you an idea, say we talked about logo design. Let's go have a look. Logos. Over here, we've got, I will design minimalist hand-drawn initials monogram logo for $35. I will design a brilliant hand-drawn logo for $570. 12 people at least have purchased this at $570. So, I mean, if you're really awesome at that, that could be something you can do. I would say if I was a new seller on Fiverr, I would want to lowball it a little bit. I wouldn't charge this kind of money, but until you started to prove yourself, this person is a pro seller. So that's something to consider. Say, for instance, I will design clever monogram logos, unlimited revisions, $50. And he's had 302 people sell that or buy that. This guy's doing branded logo design starting at $295 with 77 people buying it. But then again, you can go for a very inexpensive logo, you know, and possibly resell that. I will design modern minimal logo design, $35. But this one starts at $25. I will design 5 creative logo concepts for your business. He has over 1,000 people that have taken advantage of this offer. So you can probably start to see this one. I will do minimalistic and modern logo design for $40, 565 people, and that's kind of an example of what this person does. So again, there's a lot on here under a lot of different categories, and I think if you consider how many services are offered here and the type of things that you know how to do when you compare it to that, I think you're going to find that there's, you know, countless ways you can find to make money online, you know, sincerely. Like there's illustrators on here. Maybe you've written a children's book and you want to have it illustrated, but you're not an artist. You know, you can find that on here. This one is really kind of neat. I will make you an editorial or advertising illustration for $250. That's kind of neat, the way that they have a watercolor effect there. I'm rambling now, but there's, again, so many different things you can do. And again, this is Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. All right, after having a look at the site, maybe you can get a better feel for it, and maybe you'll want to go on there and play around and see what the possibilities are and what you might want to do with it and all that's available there. But anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. Again, you know, you can make money by saving money and time there. You can become a seller or even a reseller if you know what you're doing. So hopefully this video helped you out, and I hope that you will like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel and be looking for more ways to make money or save money in the future on Annie Jacks. Thank you for watching, and you have a great day.
The essence of the Word of God is His own words. Christians find comfort in the red letters or words of Jesus, and the words of God are so powerful He created the world with them. Very few will ever read the entire Bible in their lifetime, and not many will even read the New Testament, but shouldn't everyone at least read the written words of God? These books are the first of their kind and available on Amazon.com.